Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 silent run. A bit of a longer one for me today. I remember some very strange deck stuff here, some very challenging decisions probably, and possibly the fight's just taking a bit longer as well, so it's a movie. Strap in. Seems I'm planning on taking the uber duper elite there, since only 2 elite. Got the bird on turn 1 here. Floor 1, rather. That's a great draw, hitting the survivor on the first turn it's actually hitting you. Hoping to draw strike, strike, nooch. Perfect. Love to see that. And dagger, poison stab, rather, on floor 1, of course. Need that damage. Actually doesn't kill. Interesting line here. It'll kill it next turn, and then I can just strike the left one. Already full blocking anyway, so that worked out. And 3 attack commons here. Flying Knee or Dagger Spray, probably better than Slice. Take Flying Knee. Old me would snap pick Dagger Spray, but I've come to appreciate Flying Knee a bit more. The energy is actually pretty nice. Oof. No attacks here is a bit tough. It's going to be a bit spooky. It didn't attack us here, which is very kind. We got there. Very kind Jawworm after all. Fire Pot's excellent. And actually a skip there. Prepared is quite bad again the Gremlin Knob fight. It's a dead card, basically. Can't just think it's a free draw or whatever. It's certainly not the case. Also, Chosen, another example of an enemy that really doesn't want you to play those hand trip kind of cards. And definitely a tough fight here. Hopefully won't take too much damage. It is buffing twice though. Very spooky. We're having a bit of a Jawworm incident here, actually. And I should have played... Oh, I see. I'm fire potting. Makes perfect sense. That's a lot of damage. And Bouncing Flask helps us kill Lagavulin and the boss. And here's a shop. Almost can buy Meat on the Bone, but not quite. Very sad. But Toy Ornithopter is also some good sustain. So now whenever we use a potion, we will restore 5 health and upgrade the Bouncing Flask for more damage. Red Slaver's not too bad. 14! Man, this enemy's brutal. Take 1, deal 6. Definitely reasonable. Not getting there this turn. Oh yes, we are. We're at Flying Knee. Very nice. Flying Knee coming in clutch there. And Colorless Pot's great, and Adrenaline's here. Gonna click on that, of course. Wow, that's pretty good. And upgrade Neutralize. I'm interested in applying that Reliable Weaken. Don't feel like I need the more damage with Poison, or the Bouncing Flask Plus. And we found a Strike Dummy, increasing the damage of cards that say the word strike by 3. So all of our strikes are now basically upgraded. And if we find a sneaky strike or something, that could be a bit better than normal. Colorless Pot here. There's the bomb. Of course, you can hindsight and say, oh, you should have played Colorless Pot on turn 1, because would have had the bomb a turn earlier, but you don't know you're going to get the bomb. You prefer to play it on the turn getting hit for 20 in case of like panic button or whatever. Finding the bomb is such a high roll anyway that it doesn't actually matter. Got out there. And Kunai is here. Every time we play 3 attacks in the same turn, we'll gain 1 dexterity. Usually pretty good, but we've got to find some Blade Dance for that. And an interesting choice here. Could take Caltrops. We're fading Guardians, so it's actually fine here. And the other cards are not very good here. Concentrate's a bit early, we don't have the draw to support it. Quick Slash actually is a consideration with Kunai, to be honest, but it's not a great card. If only it was Quick Strike, am I right, guys? Actually, fully skip. No need for that. And we only have 71 gold, so I take a fight instead. Looter Slime is pretty tough. So gonna block pot here. Mostly going on the slime there, so our fate has been sealed. We're probably not killing the looter. Oof, 23 again. This slime is angry. Certainly not an easy Act 1 here by any means. We've gotten very fortunate with the potions, I would say. But the fights themselves have been definitely above average difficulty. And Leg Sweep just looks great. Already upgraded Neutralize, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's totally fine. Not going to skip a Leg Sweep. Poison Stab or Adrenaline. Adrenaline for more energy to play more attacks. And Golden Idol's here, gonna click that of course, take the max health. Could have considered losing current health there. But this fight could have been, you know, Blue Slaver and something else or something like that. Definitely very spooky. And also, we are not guaranteed to not take the 36 from Guardian. We're not doing that much damage immediately anyway. Eventually we'll have so much poison, but not on turn 1 or 2. And definitely the weakness of Bouncing Flask here. Multi-enemy fights. Brutal. This was not too bad. Root Juice is great. 5 current health and 5 max health. And backflips here, we do have Kunai, and it's just a good card. So I'm gonna click on that. Poison Stab upgrade. And get a Kunai charge and weaken it a lot. Not quite splitting there, so I decided to full block instead, take 6. Another Kunai. So now we have 2 decks. We've played a Footwork, and we should be fine now. I probably want to take 5 to play Bouncing Flask. That's a lot of poison we're missing, if not. And I could pass, and then that gives me a whole free turn of the poison ticking, since the damage wasn't enough to split. That's amazing. It's those little things against the Guardian that make you feel like a good player. Very cool fight. I suspect Guardian will not be around in the sequel. But who knows? And we've made it. Got another potion, which is very nice. And Alchemize is here. And we do have Toy Ornithopter, so that's very strong. And then 3 below average relics here, probably. We do have the replacement for the Silent Starter relic. And then we have Bell, which could be good if we get good relics, but Adding a curse is undesirable, of course. And pandas is pretty good, usually. So we got a Wraith Form and a Nightmare, and a Burst. Although no block cards other than Wraith Form really there. And so suddenly, this is a bit strange. So definitely looking to upgrade this Wraith Form very quickly. So in theory, if we find like well-laid plans, we could then reliably Nightmare Wraith Form and whatnot. But right now we have so little energy, it's going to be tough. That's for sure. I meant to play Poison Stab here, I think. I hit Distilled Chaos, so I'm probably going to use that immediately. And use potions very liberally when you have Alchemize, of course. It's not enough. Bouncing Flask, good. So just block as much as I can here, play Bouncing Flask, get out next turn. Take 3. Very happy we have the leg sweep and the backflip now, of course. We have no defense anymore. Unload Tactician synergy, a little bit questionable. And so like Terror sounds good, but we are mostly dealing damage with poison, reliably anyway. Skewer is fine, but it's unupgraded and kind of bad. We have no energy. One Acro would actually be quite good here because of the Tactician. It could start doing that sort of thing. But Tactician's sort of a dead card at the moment. And we get to the book. I may click it. We are at full health. I may not. Necronomicon would actually be pretty good with the skewer. I do read the book. We get Nilries, so we can shuffle in cards into our deck at the end of each turn, if we so choose. The Nilries adds a lot of extra steps. So Alchemize is here. Alright, and Burst. So might wanna Dex Pot, Burst, Alchemize. Oh, I burst Nightmare on Alchemize. That's very cool. So we are definitely doing the Toy Ornithopter thing here. Would love that Alchemize to be upgraded, I'll tell you that. It's going to be very important. The Wraith Form upgrade's a bit too pressing, probably. Although maybe not if we have this much sustain, right? Something I should have considered a bit more. Duplication Pot is going to be really good. Gonna want to hang on to that as long as we can. Duplication Pot when you have a Wraith from your deck is very good. It's essentially 3 ghosts in a jar in 1 potion. Take a tools. Nope. Sucker Punch. We found double after image, by the way, so that's pretty good in this fight. So do I use the dupe pots just for more room is a good question. Smoke Bomb, unfortunately, uncastable. This is how do we get out? Oh no. It would be interesting if it instead said whenever a potion like leaves your potion belt. That way you could discard it and still gain the health. Wouldn't make a lot of sense though, probably. And yet we have to play this Bouncing Flask. I don't think there's any way around that. I do burst it. I could have just gone Bouncing Flask once and then Leg Sweep, but we're blocking for a lot. Actually, we're full blocking. Skewer for 0. Very cute. And we've done it, defeating the final boss of the game, of course, Shelled Parasite. There's Acro Plus and Escape Plan. Both decent cards here, but Acro with Tactician's probably the thing here. Should have dropped our current upgrade pot for the other one. And we find the Bloody Idol, that's very exciting. So now whenever we gain gold, we will restore 5 health as well. So a lot of sustain here, a lot of sustain. And I say no to Apparition because we have so much sustain. Could have been interesting here with Nightmare and Burst and all that, but I think going that low max health is a bit sus. Two dupe pots. Those are quite good. And that's the sad thing about being on Ascension whatever, 12 or higher. Having no potion slots is crazy. We would love to hang on to these, but we can't get more potions in the meantime. I can see a world where I duplication pot on a finisher here. Gain a dexterity. Backstab, it's quite good. Endless Agony also would have been good. It's hitting us for 21 again. That's not very kind. Gonna dupe pot. Yeah. Could take Terror, but it's only at 15 health. Probably not necessary. Gambler's Brew and Blade Dance here. That is a dexterity as well. And Dex is a bit less good when you get rid of all your defense, of course. It's a reason to consider not clicking Pandora's Box. But you're expected to find more good block cards as the Silent. A lot of backflip, a lot of deflect. Flavors have arrived to ruin our day. I'm nightmaring Alchemize. Oh man, that's very ambitious. This is what we did, guys. Does this pilot know what he's doing? I duplicate Wraith form now. Don't have fumes or anything. This is actually very sus. Adrenaline. Getting entangled now. Good hand. Oh. Don't want any of those. We're barely attacking, and Venom's not super good. First Alchemize. That one's dead. Gain 0 block. Unfortunate. I believe it does work that way, Masterful Stab. Like, if you add it to your deck, yes. If you add it to your deck, then it starts at 0, even if you've taken damage previously. It doesn't track the previous damage you took. So I took Masterful Stab for 2 cost. Probably should have taken Dagger Throw there. But the no-raise decisions usually don't matter so much. It's a lot of wounds. Ouch. Unload does damage. Brutal. Take 14. Hope to get out next turn. Ouch. Good skill pot. Acro. Still can't get out. Man, that sucks. Take 11. But this could have gone better, but we didn't die. Unclear if Nightmare on Alchemize was correct or not. It's really fun, though, making so many potions. And Sundial. Oh, we've had a meal ticket as well. Meal ticket will heal us for 15 whenever we enter a shop, so even more sustain. Unclear if that's actually good here when we have so much already, but not going to complain. And Sundial, every time we draw our deck 3 times, we'll gain 2 energy. So a bit tough to trigger that, but if we do, that'll be a good turn. We can do a nice finisher on the Mad Gremlin here. Make a potion, or play Poison Stab, or unload and Poison Stab. That seems pretty good. Maybe could burst and or Nightmare the Alchemize later for more potion. Double Nightmare in there, huh? Burst Nightmare on what? Oh, I see. Burst the Bouncing Flask instead. If you have an opportunity to hit all on Gremlin later, it's pretty important to do so, because hitting the minions is pretty bad. And we can Wraith Form next turn. It seems reasonable. Could choose not to, though. I think it's correct to just Wraith Form that. And Gremlin Leader will die in 3 turns. Get more burst to make it more likely to hit Alchemize it. For the burst of the Alchemize, it was already dead. I realized it immediately. So missed a potion there, very sad. That's okay though. We'll be okay. And we get Juzu Bracelet, which will prevent us from finding hallway fights at question mark runes. We'll see how that performs here. Unfortunately, bad relics here. Abacus has its place, but it's not in this run, that's for sure. Card move on what? It's funny because every card looks fine in a vacuum, but it's the like distribution of stuff we have in our deck that's bad, I think. Too many thick cards, not enough energy, not enough draw. I buy Upgrade Pot. Upgrade Pot pretty good and gives us 5 health. Finisher could go. Unload could go. Although Unload hits Tactician sometimes. And does 14 damage, which is the main draw of the card, of course. Finisher could do a lot of damage, but it could also not. And we have no Well-Laid Plans for the Blade Dance, so we're not reliably drawing it with Finisher. And other than that, we don't really have much attack going on. Skewer is also very out of place here. Although it does... You can play it for 0 to trigger kunai sometimes. Having a long stare at that, actually, it looks like I'm deciding not to remove anything. Blast Knife are rare, very sad. Discovery is here. That could be a thing. Would love a Fumes here so much. Cannot find one though. I do remove Unload after all. And the Book of Stabbing has arrived. I upgrade everything. Tactician and Alchemize in our hand is... That's an excellent, excellent upgrade. Hoping to hit Burst or Nightmare right there. But whiffed. I could Poison Stab, Backflip to try to draw towards one of those. That's probably correct, but I just play it. Another dupe pot, that's really, really good. So I'm noticing something, like, it's not like, ew, I blundered or anything, but plenty of things in hindsight I feel like I could have done a bit better. Backflip would not have drawn either of those cards, so not punished. Hit Gamble though, which I could, but then Gamble gets rid of the Alchemize, of course. Pretty good turn. I could dupe pot on Finisher for a lot of damage. It's not quite lethal though, I don't think. But I want to make sure I get out next turn, or I could be in a world of hurt. Perhaps a waste of the potion, but I'm just trying to use the potions liberally so I don't have to think about that. And Wraith Form again is here. Sure. Nightmare on Wraith Form. Probably unnecessary in the Snecko fight. Why not? Adrenaline kindly costing 0 for us. Catalyst. Hope to draw a Bouncing Flask. Ew! Everything costs too much. Oh, we found Snecko Skull, by the way. Didn't mention that. But, of course, every time we apply poison, we apply one more poison. Excellent combo with the Bouncing Flask, since it applies poison 4 different times. We're fighting the Snecko with its own skull. How brutal. So hopefully this Automaton fight won't go too badly. It's very tough when the main way we're applying poison is just the Bouncing Flask, because not only could it hit the minions, but like the first 3 hits are going to get consumed by the artifact charges. That's pretty bad. Reflex Plus is here, so may eventually go into the whole discard synergy stuff with the Acro Plus already. And gain some gold, of course, gain some health as well. And considering Wraith Form, but I actually want to do an energy upgrade instead, so Nightmare lets us play that much more reliably. Can Acro into it and play it still, or could play it and then play Alchemize in the same turn. Take Magnetism. That's exciting. Yeah, I'm breaking some artifact charges. Seems pretty important. And Venom and Catalyst both here. Catalyst better. I could Nightmare Blade Dance. That's not insane, I don't think. Probably want a Piercing Wail. Very sad. Goodbye Burst. Goodbye Wraith Form. very kindly hitting the Automaton twice there. Needs some poison, ticking ASAP. Another catalyst, wow. Very nice. Nilry's here. Not too worried about the damage we're taking. We can play Wraith form. Enlightenment is here from Magnetism, so we can actually Wraith form and Alchemize in the same turn. Use more potion to heal more health. And Ghost in a Jar has arrived. That's very good. Forethought for Nightmares here. It's a real combo. Now Nightmare Catalyst is here. Hold on. We've done it. It's already dying over 3 turns, but that's okay. So we made it through. Definitely not too bad because of the... I'm trying to... I can always play 1 Catalyst if I snack oil, so wanted to get rid of that, of course. But yeah, we were always going to be fine because of Wraith form in that fight, blocking the Hyper Beam. But glad we made it through comfortably. And 3rd Wraith form is here. Sure. And we would really, really love some energy here. I probably meant to take a Philo Stone here, actually, because of the strength stuff, but I wanted to... Or because of Wraith form, not caring about strength. But I take Runic Dome instead, because also, who cares what enemies are doing if you're intangible? And in case we don't find the Wraith form or can't play it for whatever reason, would love to not have the enemies be buffed. It's a bit tricky now. The Exploder always attacks you. It goes attack, attack, and to explode. So gotta block a little bit when you see the Exploder. Fumes is good. Drawing, drawing, drawing. Didn't find anything for Alchemize, so play it. And unfortunately, all of the poison going on the Exploder when it's already gonna die. Very sad. It's probably just meant to be Wraith form Fumes, but I could Nightmare Wraith form just in case. No, we have 2 more of them, right? Let's play the Fumes. We had 1 more. Slowly chipping away at the spikers. Don't want to take too much damage unnecessarily. We are not intangible here, so this could actually be some damage. They kindly did not attack us. And use a potion, gained 5 health, hope to find another potion. Found a potion. More trash. Deadly poison is here. I'm actually probably meant to click on that, to be honest. But it's okay. And we get the spirits, so we have the option to get rid of a rare to gain 10 max health, which could be reasonable, although all of our rares are actually pretty good. Now that we've chucked Unload earlier. Finisher finally goes. Upgrade a card is here. Could consider Wraith form, but we have 7 intangibles total in our deck right now, and Nightmare. So maybe we upgrade the Tactician or something instead. Or Alchemize. Something energy related. Nope. Upgrade Wraith form. Good card. And considering shop or not, because there's another shop coming up anyway, decide not to take 2 shop, only 1 shop good enough. Gotta make room in my hand for all the shivs. It only hits for 11 on turn 1, I think, so yeah. That was good. Wraith form's down. There's so many decisions in this kind of run. Unusual cards. When you get click pandas, although it often makes a run like it often heavily decides the outcome of the run. Pandora's box, one way or another. Either the cards are all terrible or they're pretty good. And prepared plus is great, by the way. But yeah, it's in this case it was a bit of a weird mixed bag where the cards were good, but they required more setup than we had at the time that we found them. And so it's like slowly trying to get to the point where you can play them all comfortably. And making it through Act 2 was huge, of course. Definitely needed all the sustain. The Toy Ornithopter in particular is absolutely cooking here. And this is very spooky. Once again, I am facing a Writhing Mass. I feel like this is every run of my life. We have Runic Dome, and it could curse us at any point, and I can't know for sure. I am able to Flying Knee here. It won't change its intent because it has block. Ouch. We have some pretty good potions here. I may actually just ditch the fairy. It's not totally unreasonable. And just hoping to block as much as we can here and then not get cursed. That'd be great. So we can hit it, we can not hit it, it's the same. We don't know what it's doing. There's some weird math stuff, like, and also if it just cursed you, it can't start by cursing you again. So you could not hit it the turn after it just cursed you to avoid getting cursed again. Other than that, though, just hit it. It's whatever. That'll live like 3 or 4 more turns. Catalyst is here. Save us. I actually meant to play Wraith form, yeah. We're not intangible. I'm choosing to believe it's not hitting me. Heart of the cards. And we did it. Very nice. More trash, man. Piercing Wail is just so bad here because we're already intangible all the time, unfortunately. Piercing Wail, my love, not performing very well in this deck. Tactician upgrade finally, over the 3rd Wraith form. And Madness is here, of course. Gotta click the minus max health, don't want any of that. We had Orrery. There's also Bottle for the Adrenaline, but Orrery is real good. Here we go. Gamble's in there. Another Blade Dance or a Leg Sweep. But we're getting to the point where Blade Dance is a bit tough. It's bad against Time Eater and it's bad against the Heart, really. A lot of the time, anyway. So take Corpse Explosion, really good against Donu Deka in particular, and the Act 4 Elite. And Leg Sweep plus, sure. And Footwork is here, I might click that. card remove instead. Nope. Footwork. I'm probably meant to buy Acro as well. That might be a bit of a whiff. Got a key there, of course. Last chance. And definitely spooky Repto here. Gotta play Wraith form very quickly. I just rip it on turn 1. And Fumes is huge. Huge, huge, huge. Thank you, Milleries. I think all the minions are going to just kill themselves before we have a chance to kill them. If I'm pointing attacks at minions, it should be the top ones. Dagger spray, perhaps, or just backflip. Fun working out what I should click on in hindsight. I know that when I'm playing, I don't care that much about the decision with Nori's. Just like, oh, that card looks pretty good. Sure. But you should already have a deck that can win without it, right? It's just nice. Drew the Tactician. So now we're kind of doing it. Got the Reflex into the Prepared Plus and discard Tactician for more energy. Got the Burst, the Corpse Explosion. So it's coming together. Finally looking like a silent deck. Wraith Form Simulator. Truly. I could Skewer for a lot, but Leg Sweep actually blocks for 2. Catalyst is good. Oh, 3 actually. When Repto that does the double hit. Yeah, just play that and block, and it's dead in 2 turns. So made it through Repto, not too bad. An ink bottle is here. Every time we play 10 cards, we will draw a card. That's pretty good. And I take a doppelganger. It's pretty exciting. It's a way to gain energy in theory. And we have a burst for it too, so we could go like burst, double a 3-cost doppelganger. I'm just trying to branch out more. I used to think doppelganger was unpickable trash. It's usually not great, but it's fun and cool. So trying to take it more often. Gain a bunch of dexterity. Double Wraith form, so gonna be losing that dexterity very quickly. Nightmare on Bouncing Flask seems real. Gotta kill this thing. Eventually it'll be full of burns and no decks, and we really need to get out in a timely manner here. So hoping to kill it pretty quickly. I'm trying to offset the Wraith form with some footwork, but we put After Image in our deck, which makes it less necessary. Two damage, huge. It'll be dead in 3 turns now. Hopefully not getting 45'd here. That'd be a bummer. Nice. Definitely leg sweep. Definitely do that, then leg sweep. Smart. Hope to not get 45 here. Not bad. And we're out. Should have actually just passed, because, yeah. Would have taken like 2 from the burn, and then ink bottle. Now I'm charging ink bottle as much as I can afterwards. Play some cards, short. Not too bad. And Whetstone will upgrade to random skills. Another Reflex Plus is here, an Escape Plan Plus is here. It was probably meant to be Reflex Plus, to be honest. Escape Plan's not doing a lot with double, triple Wraith form. I'm still believing in the meme dream of somehow not blocking with Wraith form here. I don't want necessarily to block with Wraith form. I like to block the old-fashioned way. But when the game just gives you Wraith form from pandas and then gives you a nightmare with it and gives you 2 more Wraith forms, what are you going to do, right? If you're trying to win. I cannot say no to the Wraith form. And I'm definitely like, oof, you know, do I just drop the ghost in a jar to make more potions to heal for more, or what? Right now I'm planning on keeping these potions for the heart, I'm sure. Unless you find an even better potion like Duplication Pot. Should not have played that, I just wasted ink bottle. And did not even get a dex for it. So, and maybe I'm meant to play cards there because of ink bottle, maybe I'm not meant to because I need to play more cards to kill it. So just wait for next turn. Now it's on 9. Good fight. Another 8 form. And Duplication Pot is here, and Acro Plus. So that's pretty good. So the kunai is really not cooking here. I'm about to ditch Dupe Pop, or Ghost in a Jar, but I actually take it over Fairy in a Bottle. Seems reasonable. But yeah, I mean, when you have Wraith forms in your deck, and you're comfortably blocking with those, then Dex is not doing a lot, and I kept trying to like kind of force it, but it's just not happening. Maybe just buying Footwork at all was wrong as well. It's such a good card, but gotta know the situation, of course. And now Alchemize is worthless. We're going to be keeping these potions the whole run now. And just hoping that we don't need it anymore. The potion spam. Like a Nightmare Burst, Nightmare on Wraith form. Make 6 Wraith form. So now we have 8 Wraith form. Get rid of Alchemize, short. Could have considered taking Setup there. It's pretty good when you have like 15 copies of Wraith form in your deck. And then eventually find more poison, or just kill it with a bunch of Bouncing Flasks. You do want to try to space the Wraith forms if possible, because the deck's minus stacks. So if I had played all of them at once somehow, then I'd already be at 0 and couldn't even block the chip damage. Good draw. So something like Auric Alchem in these situations is really good. If you have no block, you gain 6 block. That relic is pretty good. Also, Tungsten Rod, reducing all damage you take by 1, and if you're only taking 1, then you take 0, which is also very good. We are out next turn. So the fights are taking a little while. Our poison, or our poison is not really getting there when we don't find catalysts from Nilries. So it takes a little while to kill stuff, but we have so much intangible that it doesn't even matter. And Ice Cream is here. That's actually very interesting. And another Tactician even. Tactician Plus, in fact. So suddenly we have a real energy plan as well. Ice Cream will retain an unspent energy across turns. And so we can discard the Tacticians even if we can't spend all the energy on that turn. It'll carry over to the next turn. That's going to be pretty good. Doppelganger here. Our Doppelganger energy also not going to waste. That's very exciting. Take Bullet Time? Sure. I actually saw Bullet Time. Very proud of myself. Wraith Form's going in. Definitely want to play Corpse Explosion. Seems pretty good here. Fumes is probably fine. Fumes with the Snecko Skull, of course, a little extra good. Hoping to hit Nightmare Wraith Form. Burst Nightmare Wraith Form. So I can burst Adrenaline and guarantee I find the Wraith Form, which is pretty important. And that way, just one burst on, or one Nightmare on Wraith Form should be plenty. No need to burst the Nightmare. That's a very sad Bouncing Flask. Concentrate's probably fine with Ice Cream. Gonna skip that though. Yeah, really need to start doing some damage here. That time I should have taken Bouncing Flask instead of Concentrate, so that's another mistake. I would say very comfortably wrong. Not taking Bouncing Flask right there. We have so little damage. Can get rid of Alchemize finally. I forgot, or didn't want to spend the energy, either one. We never found Catalyst from Card Award, never found Fumes, never found, there was a Deadly Poison unupgraded. That was not great. I don't think we saw Crippling Cloud either. Just the normal good stuff you hope to see. So Bouncing Flask carrying. Did find the Corpse Explosion, but that's more about the effect of the corpse exploding and less about the poison. Poison is a bad rate to just apply poison, which is what we really want to do. So we got 9 turns. Hopefully we'll be good. I should be playing this Alchemize. It's triggering me. If it's triggering you as well, leave it in the comments. Are you screaming at your monitor to play the Alchemize? So you have to, so you can stop drawing it? Save my energy with Ice Cream. Could have taken second Fumes. It's not even dead. There we go. I'm gonna skewer to break it here for sure. And then I can concentrate. I didn't do it. So past me playing a bit fast. This fight, I definitely get a little bit burnt out on this fight, personally. I finally played it. You're welcome. But yeah, this fight is a slog. That's for sure. Burst Bouncing Flask, please. Get me out of here. I also have a Bullet Time in my hand that I could play, but I don't for some reason. Burst. Or Bullet Time. Oh no. What's wrong with me? I didn't see it or something. Nightmare. There's so many things wrong with my decisions right now. So many things. Just play the Bullet Time, you freak! I could have done it again! With Bouncing Flask Burst Catalyst. It's fine, guys. Everything's fine. This is what Awakened One does to you. It mind controls you. I also just broke Ink Bottle for no reason. So, absolute disastrous fight. Couldn't have possibly gone wrong because we Nightmared Wraith form, but everything else was wrong. Please avert your eyes. And Time Meter. Gotta take this bad boy seriously, of course. The snail. Ah, company. It's a lot more reasonable to not play Alchemize here because it counts towards Time Warp. So I'm gonna burst Nightmare on Wraith form. And then hopefully can get out. Ink Bottle goes off. Let's see what we draw. Adrenaline's here. Can just go Adrenaline and Doppelganger. Instead, I save the Adrenaline. I wanted to get the Alchemize out very quickly this time, so you can see the same player, only moments apart, having a whole different attitude towards a card. Very strange. Concentrate on everything except Doppelganger, play Doppelganger. That's the line. Nope. Put Footwork in play, that's fair enough. More Nightmare. Do I Nightmare the Bouncing Flask? I sure do. So now I'm getting it together. I think I was just really fatigued by the Woke Bird. It's like, alright, that fight's finally over, time to lock in. I'm Nightmaring the poison card so I can actually kill this. I bursted the Nightmare on the Wraith form so I don't die. I got rid of Alchemize. Everything's coming together. I'm pleased with what I'm seeing in this fight. I might just cut the whole last fight out. Technical difficulties on that one. Bouncing Flask, Bouncing Flask. See, there's no way it can deal 29 damage to us. It would have to hit us 29 times. And it can multi-hit for 3, but it's not going to get that many off, probably. And also, sometimes it debuffs you, and sometimes it only hits you once. And sometimes we block. Hey, it's Malaise. That's actually useless. But it looks good. Hey, it's After Image, thank God. After Image saves us. All the health. Take Bouncing Flask. Thank you. See, I'm getting it together. Everything's fine. More Doppelganger, very exciting. Where's our Chemex, man? Chemex would go crazy right now. I could play that to get blocked for 1 sometimes, but not necessary. Now it's splitting. Just play Wraith form and Slime. Hey, it's Wall-8 plans. After image was probably correct, actually. But just the one is plenty, so maybe not. There's the concentrate doppelganger. Love to see it. Burst bouncing flask. And play slimed. Or wraith form. See, the thing is that wraith form is a slimed. it just also happens to make you immune for 3 turns. But it leaves your deck when played, and therefore is a slimed. Basically what I'm saying is, if you have Wraith Form and Slime in your hand, you should probably play Wraith Form instead of the Slime, if you can. I pass on playing cards because of Ink Bottle. Pass. And we've done it. So what a slog that Act 3 boss gauntlet was, but we've made it through. Thank God. And to thump, Depulsing Dread. 1950. Any 75-year-olds in my chat? Comment below if you're 75 years old. Hour and 2 minutes already. Disgusting. Burst upgrade's probably good. I upgrade Gamble instead so I can keep gambling. And Mirror is here. That's another Wraith form. I could also do Nightmare. Another Nightmare. That would be quite good. Another Nightmare is 3 more Wraith forms. It's true. So we are very well set up here. Wraith form's excellent against the heart. And we have Ghost Jar and Dupot and Nightmare. Pretty wild. This time I take another Acro. So the gold I saved earlier by not buying Acro, I used to then buy Acro instead. Whoops. I think this one was cheaper though. Rewarded. You can just play Wraith form. There's no need to dupe it or anything here. Now we're getting hit for 5 real damage. Make that 7 because of the burns. Burst Adrenaline. Definitely want a Corpse Explosion, then probably Nightmare Catalyst. So this fight went extremely well, exceedingly well. It's already over. Take a little teeny bit of chip damage. And we get out in 1 turn. So yeah, this is the kind of run where After Image is really, really good because we can always play cards mostly, but can't always actually gain block with decks. So the Wraith forms, and Auric Alchemy is here! We did it! So that's actually going to be really good, blocking for 6. So on the turns where we're getting hit for 1 times 15, the Auric Alchemy will block for 6, will take 9. And that's actually pretty important. So a rare Act 4 Auric Alchemy being exceedingly good, I would say. And Duplication Pile on Wraith form, turn 1. I can even alchemize. Get a colorless spot. Sure. Probably backflip, see what we draw. No fumes the whole run is definitely a bummer. This is the run where you want to fumes right here. Snecko Skull, Wraith forms. We found it pretty reliably with Milleries, though. So now we're taking 1. There's the bomb, but also Panacea. Panacea will prevent 1 instance of the Dex minus debuff. Not particularly useful, but better than the other options. You need to find damage pretty quickly here. I might choose not to play Wraith Form yet, just to keep my energy. Nightmare Bouncing Flask, yep. So past me finally acknowledged that we need many copies of this Bouncing Flask to actually deliver on the damage in this later part of the game. It's our only way to kill things, really. On load and finisher, we're certainly not getting the job done here, I'll tell you that. I'm pleased we don't have those around. So some good damage there. Now, could be getting hit for 15 or whatever. So I'm probably going to try to play as little cards as possible. Just pass. I'm playing Blade Dance. Ew. Yeah, I don't think that was worth it. I took 5 damage for that. And now if I play cards, I may not be able to Auric Alchem. So Lake Sweep only doing 4 there. Actually, the other one's blocking for 7 then, right? Yeah, okay. That seems good. So then, at worst, it's the same as Auric Alchem. I can draw first, see what happens. This doesn't matter at all. Oh, there we go. That's blocking from one Auric Alchem. Let's take 6. So this is mildly concerning. Like, we may die to the beat of death and the 1x15 attack. That's actually true. We're not truly immortal. And it's funny that Auric Alchem may be the reason we won, even. I'm being a bit more careless than I perhaps would have if I didn't find Auric Alchem, though. Yeah, we're just not... You know, no catalyst equals very hard. That's for sure. Yeah, just gonna chill. Play less cards now. There's the multi-hit again. Take 1. Do I appoint Skewer at it? Some math should be involved, probably. Like, does that actually get over the threshold where I kill it a turn faster or not? Bouncing Flask gets involved, and then I pass, probably. No need to double the Bouncing Flask anymore. And yeah, we'll live here. Pass once, take at most 15. And also, potion heals for 5, so that was a nice buffer as well. So do take the 15, down to 8, and then we win. So definitely a little bit spooky even to the very end there, but managed to make it through. And we've done it! 1 hour, 9 minutes, 58 seconds. Torrent Thopter healing for 135. Definitely a lot, and the Bloody Idol healing for 70, so it's 200 sustained. That's like Ironclad starter relic numbers. Very, very huge stuff. And yeah, a very strange run off the back of a Pandora's into some Nightmare Alchemized stuff, which eventually slowed down and started just playing a bunch of Wraith forms. The game gives you what it gives you, am I right, guys? If you're still here, how have you not subbed? How have you not liked the video? Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day.